Good morning all. Welcome to Day 5 FDP program. It is with great pleasure and immense pride that we gathered here to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Karthikeyan Vaiapuri. Dr. Vaiapuri is an accomplished scholar with a distinguished educational background, has earned his PhD in electronic engineering and computer science from Queen Mary University of London on a full scholarship. His thesis titled Model-Based 3D Vision Synthesis and Analysis of Production Audit of Aircraft Installation reflects the depth of his expertise. His academic journey further includes an MS in Computer Science from the National University of Singapore and a BTech in Informational Technology from Badidasan University, where he secured the 9th rank. Dr. Vaiapuri commitment to excellence is evident through his major project at SCRC, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. In the realm of employment, Dr. Vaiapuri has left an indelible mark as a scientist at TCS Research and Innovation, receiving accolades such as AIT Anchor Awards and IT Creation Awards. He has also contributed significantly as a senior software engineer at Samsung Electronic Research Institute in the UK, among other roles spanning prestigious institutions and companies. His dedication extends to research grants and patents, with noteworthy contribution to projects like EFP7 Project NISA during his PhD. Dr. Vaiapuri inventive spirit shines through patent technology such as the system and method for detecting change using ontology-based saliency. Beyond the confines of academic and industry, Dr. Vaiapuri has actively engaged in public and professional service, serving on juries, organizing committees, and as a keynote speaker at various conferences. His involvement in academic program formulation at institutions like IIT Chennai showcases his commitment to shaping the future of education. In conclusion, we are honored to have Dr. Karthikeyan Vaiapuri among us, a distinguished scholar, a visionary researcher, and a leader in academic and industry. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Vaiapuri as we look forward to benefiting from his expertise and contribution in the academic journey. Thank you.
Okay. So very good morning, everyone. Very happy to see you. I thought the audience is very bit mature and very senior. I don't know how much I can deliver on leadership, but I'll be happy to talk to you about advanced leadership and presentation skills. First of all, thank you very much to Dr. Gayathri. I met her long back in Sona College of Engineering, Salem. So the talk is supposed to be given on the last Friday, right? So it got postponed. So the material which I had earlier is something different, and what I have today is different. So if they ask me to deliver next week, it will be completely different. So it keeps on evolving. So that's why I didn't send the slides earlier. So the disclaimer is most of the materials I'm going to discuss here, it will be live interaction only. So the materials are from Chris Croft, who is the one of the professional leadership trainer in UK. So these materials I got from TCS. So TCS is one of the client of Chris Croft. So the materials she used, some of the materials I duly acknowledge those materials here. So I hope Madam will give you the slides also. So there are certain protocols that before you disseminate to some other people. I mean, Madam will cut short few slides and will distribute to you. So, but for those who are attending in this classroom, right? So you will be actually experiencing those slides and other things. Okay. So okay. So the talk is centered around leadership, what to do and what not to do. So if you know what not to do, right, so you can actually effectively, by learning what you should avoid, by learning what you shouldn't do, you are in a safer side, right? Then you can always shine. So now with that as start, let's see leader learn from the best or leader learn from the worst. So learning from the best, balancing these styles can help leaders reach their full potential. So we basically, everybody has leadership quality within us, all of us, because we presume that to come to this level where you are. So I'll talk about that child theory, child to adult to some experience level. So in terms of family it is different track, in terms of professional it is different track, in terms of social service it is different track. The way how you travel from child to different parts of the phases of the life. So here, the reason why we are here, this faculty development program, is to go extra level, like a higher potential. So that is what we talk about. And how can you avoid certain styles, certain managers or certain leaders, they will somehow, I will say directly, hereafter, talk to you, right? Like encourage you in terms of, so it will be really, I definitely will tell you by the end of this session, that's how my talk will be, always to students also. If I'm giving a technical talk, when you go to your house or go to the lab, when you stand before the computer or even an almirah, you will see everything as 0, 0, 1, 1 and all those things. So I will go that level deep into the coordinate system, like image coordinate system and the real world coordinate system. And here also the talk will be on leadership skills. But once we finish this lecture, this is too early at 8:30. So once we finish this, you will be in a different mentality. Whatever you see in this world, you will see, oh, what is this game, right? Because this is okay. You will feel that. So learning to avoid certain type of style can help leaders reach their full potential. Okay. Okay. Okay, so learn from the best. So these you can see, these materials actually you can get from Wikipedia itself, right? What is the leadership? I think with the last 4 days, this is the 5th day, right? So 4 days we would have had a lot of different characteristics of leadership and all those things. So leadership is you learn from the best, the alignment. So basically you align in one particular direction and quickly go through these things. Then influence the people, right? Because management and leadership. Management is to get something done. Leadership is motivating somebody to do certain things, right? So you should create a good vibe, good aura in this environment. Because I'm here, I need to create a good vibe. So refreshing is you have to refresh the audience, right? Refresh the group of people who are associated with you. Continually renew an organization, research, reinvent and renew thoughts. The next one is set goals. You have to set goals with some certain purpose and you have to execute strategy and you should have a good collaborators. You can always have some collaborators, but the point is you should have good collaborators. Now learn from the best is again openness. Open to everyone without any bias, right? Avoid partiality. So certain things will come in the social perspective also, right? In the workplace also. You should avoid the partiality. There should be openness. You should be open to talk to everyone. You should be crystal clear in your communication, right? And the knowledge, you should have the latest in-depth knowledge about everything. And you should have lead the change, but don't change the goal, right? And then confident. Be ready to admit the faults, admit mistakes. Optimistic, be positive and encouraging. Empathy, respect others. Inspiration, you have to inspire, and good example and good relationship. These are basic things. Let's think this is the learn from the world. And this I didn't take from anybody. These are all basic things you will touch even your heart at some point of life. Okay, see, everybody hire you or take you in your life, in the job, with some intention, right? With some expectation. And you are talented. And what happens in your past, like every performance cycle, something happens which makes you first or middle or lost or completely boycotted. So let's see how it gets. First, there is no time. When you talk to your boss, he says, I don't have time to, but they have taken you, they say, I don't have time to talk to you. And there is no communication. And there is no feedback. Ultimately, will come that there is no peace also. That will come. And too much of lapses. So what happens is, they talk to you at the first time, at the second time when they want to talk, they just avoid, right? They say they don't have time, so that is lot of lapses. So what happens? There is no optimistic effort. Intentionally avoid. Don't allow to work. You know there is a proverb, right? Don't allow to work, don't allow to leave. In some certain organization, they won't release you also in the project. Right? So you are like a deadlock condition in operating systems. And then no communication. Of course, they have some malicious intention because they want to promote someone. They don't want to help you. So this is what learning from what? And then commit and intentionally avoid. Because they have taken you, they have commitment. But the intentionally they want to avoid. These things you can't get in Wikipedia, right? Because these are all real experience, right? No fruitful action. Because if they can give you some feedback, I tell you, there are different types of feedback processes. For example, they can offend you, they can persecute you, I will come to those terms. Persecute you, they can rescue you, they can make you as a victim. You are a doctor, you are a well-educated professor, you are a well-educated industrial person, you have some talent, but in the game, so I say come to the point, this is a game, right? In this game, you are made as a victim, you are made as a persecutor, you are made as a rescuer. So commit and intentionally avoid, no fruitful actions, no give, only take. They will take all the materials from you, all the slides, your hard work and everything, and finally in the evaluation they will say, no, it's not useful. Right? Then, no integrity, no trust, false accusations. So it doesn't mean that you really give some sort of false accusations, but it's not about too rude and declare useless. Finally, what is the end result? You are useless. Yeah. Okay, so I start with this level of introduction. Started the talk at 8:50. So by 9 o'clock you are in a very higher level, right? Because I have told you something which is happening in the real world. Then what? Then what are the problems and what are the possible solutions? So I will end up with the possible solutions, and then finally this is daily problem solving. At the end we will discuss about the leadership models, because you have come across all those leadership models like democratic, autocratic, so many things, right? Coach leadership and other things. So let's see which one you fit in. But first of all, you should come into the safe side. Like, you are not useless. Then only you can become a leader, right? First you have to be useful. So let's see how to first safeguard ourselves, and then let's talk about leadership skills. Because we are targeting at a deeper level. So, when leadership you are targeting a lot of people, right? If you know how to tackle 2 to 3 people, obviously you can apply those concepts to lot of people, right? Logic. So let's see how. So one thing in the class leadership is you have to focus one at a time. Whatever the job you do, whatever you do, you have to focus one at a time. This comes from the literature itself. I'll tell you one thing. There is something, I will come to the slide also. Lord Rama, right? So he was traveling around, and he was so depressed in his travel. So by seeing lot of miseries outside the world, and he got so much worried. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't eat, he couldn't do anything. he is an incarnation of God. As a human being, he is suffering those type of problems. So it came to Dr.R.Ga, and Dr.R.Ga is also worried, and he has a lot of people in his palace, right? So Yoga Vasishtha and a group of priests keep teaching Rama about the various phases of life. So there is a book called also Supreme Yoga by Yoga Vasishtha. So what is, you can get the book Supreme Yoga by Yoga Vasishtha. So the book, what he says is, I will tell you that it's a huge literature, but one essence is this one: focus one at a time, because you have to understand the nature which evolves through yugas and a lot of transitions. So the nature is, there is a God, king, there is a minister, and you are here, and you want to reach to a leadership level, because he is the leader of everything, right? The universe and galaxies and other things. Who is the next leader? Can you please tell? Irrespective of religions, there are 9 planets, right? There are leaders, right? So they have impact in our life, right? So what I am telling is, first I am telling where leadership starts. What is the level of leadership? As a human being, what is our full potential? I am telling you, reach our higher potential. There is a limit to that. So let's see how far you can stretch. So now you see, so what we are saying is, I will quote the sentence in the next few slides. So what we are saying is, whatever the work you do, you have to conquer that minister. Unless you conquer that minister, you can't see the God, the main leader. Who is that minister? Can anybody tell? Who told? Wow, mind. Excellent. Madam, you are a professor here? Excellent. So mind. So mind is the minister. So mind, the minister is not a normal person, you know, right? Mind. So you have to conquer that mind. But whatever I mean, one important thing is the focusing. If you focus at one at a time, mind will be very calm. That's how a lot of leaders, a lot of people teach you that you should focus one at a time. That's important thing. And you know how to do it, because people have a lot of things. You know, everybody knows how to do it, but can you do it professionally? Because I was very much impressed when I saw the leadership program by Chris Croft. And irrespective of geography, he is from London. The way how he is teaching this program to people, right? It's so, it is touching, like whatever we feel in the real day life. And he is telling those things, and he is telling this happens everywhere in the world, not only us. And we are so connected that this is happening in our life, how he is telling. And this type of people game exists everywhere. The problem exists everywhere. The only thing is solutions, that solutions need to be professional. Because all are gifted by our, so you could have seen in your family, your grandfather, your grandmother, your ancestors, you can even your friends, they are very good in solving the problems, but they don't have a degree. Right? So it comes from experience. So how to learn professionally? So when you do it professionally, you are the leader in that level. And you are authorized to be a leader in particular thing. Because like a degree, right? Like an MBA or something, like a PhD. So thought leadership is okay, once you are focusing, then you excel and you avoid shouldering all the responsibilities of someone, you motivate them, you teach them what to do. Then once you know what to do, then you can trust him and her, and then you can give the job to them, right? And delegate talk to competent members. So these things you would have seen in all the leadership models, right? Autocratic, bureaucratic, transactional, democratic, participative, laissez-faire, charismatic, transformational, servant, thought, coaching, visionary. These are the different types of models, leadership models. Okay, those things are in the theory. I have slides about that. Last week when I came, I should have talked about all those things only. But this, since you are given 1 week time, I'm going to a lot of use cases because they asked about use cases. So instead of, before going to these, let's see, like as I told you, let's see how we can interact at 3 people level, 2 people level. Let's succeed in that, then go to the audience. Okay. So now, Also, my talk is about presentation, right? So what is presentation? So you should have seen lot of fonts, lot of figures, lot of representations. In the morning time you come, you don't get sleep. Usually I will be very at peak performance at 10. I became active. So now I don't know why I am talking. So the presentation of slides or presentation of yourself. Because leadership is not just about slides, right? Because you know this generative AI, ChatGPT and lot of things are coming. I think you know as a faculty, if you go to Google, write a paper on this or write an essay on this topic, collegeessay.org. It writes very elegantly with introduction, state of the art, conclusion, everything. It's so grammatically correct and they give 100% confidence, no plagiarism. You check and we give the results. Then what? I give you the paper to you, right? The students will give paper to you for evaluation. What will you do? You evaluate the whatever means, right? So then it comes the human factor. That's how the generative AI and artificial intelligence, robotics, all those things. So how can you enhance the human factor? That's what. Because leadership and other things, unless you feed all these materials to robot, it can't exhibit those skills, right? So let's see how do you present or represent. So that's how I want to start this talk also with like icebreaker. So let's briefly interact. Who are you and how can we discuss like that? And then present with of course with confidence and clarity, facilitate discussion and sectorial representation. So there is something that stops you from presentation and representation. Representation is I am representing TCS or you are representing Rajalakshmi College or some company or some other college. So there is something that stops from me to tell everything. Right? If I keep on telling about planets and God and everything, I am a religious creature, right? I have some ethics to follow, though I know a lot of things, or though also you know a lot of things, there are ethics to follow as in an organization because you are representing something. The presentation, so that's what I want to tell. Presentation is something that you showcase your capabilities, but representation is something you are exhibiting in terms of somebody, right? Some organization and other things. So the ethical in artificial intelligence, like generative AI, is also one of the important topics. So that's also there is an FDP in next month. Okay. So before that, let's go with that major problems. So now you are dealing with 2-3 people, and you know, under the leadership of different people, there will be always some problems, right? When you take in the classroom, when you are delivering, there is no point in seeing the first bench students, right? Because I was a professor in 2003 to 4. Then I went to Singapore. So when I was teaching in the same school where I have studied. So usually my eyes will be in the last bench student only. As a professor, you know, my eye will be in connect with their eye. I will see their lips. Basically what happens is, he will sit straight only, but he will talk. So the communication will happen, and whatever you deliver, there will be nothing will be happening. So my control will be on the lips and the eyes. So if it opens, right, it won't close. I will go next to them and I will stand like this. So it is very fun and teaching, and you get lot of energy from young students, and your life is rather charming and other things. So let's see what are the problems that you come across. Because I don't know the audience and other things, how many are faculty or how many people are from other colleges or how many people are from industry and other things. Because my talk will be based on the audience. So suppose there is some difficult situation in the classroom. I'll tell frankly, I have taken a lot of batches in colleges, but there are situations where I have seen from road fellows who come to college even after drinking. In the middle of the class, like after lunch. These are difficult situations how you can handle, right, as a professor, right? Not all the people will be very smart, right? That's why the people from highly respected institutes like IITs, IISs and other things, there is a difference between the quality of student, audience. In the real world, leadership is, now what I am trying to tell is, leadership is not for the audience who are all well educated, highly ethic, highly wonderful, brilliant, cultured people. Leadership is about even focusing on the worst fellows, right? So let's see how we can deal with these type of peoples and how you can control over those difficult situations. So there is one field which is called psychotherapy, where you have a talk therapy, use of psychological methods to help the person change behavior. If somebody is in problem, how can you help? And then by that process you can actually, irrespective of the political parties or irrespective of the vision and other things, if you help, he will be loyal to you, isn't it? In the real life scenarios. So you have to change the behavior, you have to increase the happiness, you have to overcome the problems, and you have to mitigate the troublesome behaviors. You have to have the belief, and you have to, if there is something compulsive behavior or emotionally not good, you have to help them. So moreover that, this relationships and social skills and mental health, everything is important, because you can't have a lot of mentally retarded people and you are leading them, right? So now come to the theory. There are three things. As I mentioned, child, adult and parent. So as I told, in the family, this is the path. Child, adult and parent. In the professional skill, child, adult, whatever. Professor, whatever, you are a doctorate or masters, everything. So you map it whatever the process you have. As I mentioned, the society is not full of good characters. It is a mix of everybody, right? Like it's a Star Trek game or a movie. You have hero, heroine, villain, everybody, right, in the process. So how to tackle those fellows? What are the ways? You have seen the leadership models in the past 4-5 days. What type of models suit to this type of people, right? So let's see here. Let's go one level above. Child, adult, parent, persecutor, rescuer, victim. Persecutor is one who disturbs you at some point of time. It may be for good, it may not be for good. Because if you tell student, hey, do this like this, you are actually telling him, but he might feel that you are offending him. But you are actually doing good, right? Good for them, right? So these three roles keep changing within themselves. Like signal processing, like in the music, you know the signals, right? Like goes, ups, downs, like our breath. These three characters in this hall, right now, in every second of our life, keep changing like this. You can map. This is the exercise that you are going to see now. How in your family, right, in your workplace, in the real life world, these three characters, that is what Chris Croft is saying. These three characters keep changing, evolving. There is no that saying, okay, he is in this role for this many seconds. It may change any second to another role, and it may come back lively. Let's see how. And there are three ways to how you respond: aggressive, submissive, and assertive. Okay, little bit of theory. In the real world, people behave childish, adult, and something like a parent level, or sometimes even at a leadership level. So childish is good or bad? In the real world, good? Good for child, for us. Childish behavior, is it good or bad for us? With others, okay. So basically, in the professional organization, at some point of time, we have to stop being childish also, because childish gives you happiness, being naughty, very comfortable and other things, but in the real world, you need to have some different mixture of those things. Let's see, so this was told, right, Yoga Vasishtha. I told about Supreme Yoga. This is the word. My son, in order to absolute perfection and external bliss, all your might, whatever the difficult, to conquer that minister. Mind. I told you, right? Focusing about mind. This is the word, paragraph that is taken from the Yoga Vasishtha. So thought leadership is, so now you are focusing on a human level, now you are focusing at an industry level. Thought leadership could be a company instead of a human being that is exceptionally experienced and successful within its marketplace. Right? Now let's see. Now let's go to a sensitive topic. Child, adult, parent. So parent, father, mother. Father of nation. Mother of universe, right? Do you have anything like, so leadership you say father of India, Mahatma Gandhi. So he is a leader, right? So now, is there anything like manager of India? No. Because manager, people won't be interested in managing because they won't remember. Because the sole aim of the manager is to get the things done. And once the task is done, he don't care. He don't care about anything. Even if you attend management courses in Stanford, Harvard, all leadership schools, they give you exercise to the students, like a scenario, say like, I'll just give an example, NLC. And there is just an example. In the mine, say around 20 to 30 people died. And you are a leader in charge of the company. Now I am asking you, what will you do? Can you please all tell quickly? You understand the scenario, right? Something happened in the mine and you are a leader. You have to take the decision. What will you do?
Inform the immediate superior.
Okay, sir. I am talking about a leader level. What is your decision? Next level. Okay, that's fine. Next level. Okay, that's fine, madam. Next level. Okay, I'll tell you directly the question. You are given option to shut down the company, close the mine, or you want to proceed it, or what are the other options? Quickly. Okay. Perfect leader. Because she is talking with respect to investment you have made, right? Because what I am saying is this is happening in Stanford and Harvard MBA schools. The professor comes and asks each of everyone, all big people will be there in the audience, like CEO of companies and other things. She keep on talking and asking everyone, what will you do, what will you do, what will you do. So the solution emerges as the discussion from oneself. Because it's some sensitive topics in the real world, right? Okay, madam, you have told. And what about it? Others? How many of you want to close the mine? Because people have died. How many of you don't want to close the mine? Wow. So then comes human factor, sentiment analysis, and wish to succeed, overall wealth of the country, right? So many things are there. So now what happened is, let's see. I have a lot of examples. Let's go through one by one because I just want you to think yourself in the shoe of the leader. So now what happened is, in the child to the adult, people learn from the mistakes and they understood, okay, if I do something, people will offend you, like Newton's second law, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So people don't do certain things in the life. So now, what happens in the transition is, when you are a child, people tell you, right, your parent tell you, or somebody in the classroom, teacher tell you, please do this, please do that, it gets recorded in the recorder. And the future, if they become the parent, they behave like that. Future, if they become the professor, my professor taught me in that style, I will do that. So, people are from the past experience. So now, when it comes to the management shift, okay, now you assume there are three types of, from this example, three types of leaders. One leader is childish leader full of childish character. Second leader is full of adult character. Third leader is full of parental character. Okay, child character. What will happen in the management? We are talking about not leadership, management.
They won't understand about their.
Oh, he is crying. Let's close the company. Right. Second one is adult. Only facts. It's logical or not. We have spent so much money. We understand the problem. Right? The third one is parental, like emotional level. Oh my God, this happened and what you should do, like that. And the leadership is something like, management is something different from leadership. As you mentioned, we have to get the things done. Whatever the point, you have to satisfy both the people and the investors. Right? And motivating set or right direction, day-to-day program. So, feelings and emotions with facts, generative artificial intelligence with human feedback, relevance in decision making, and some certain type of things. So, let's see. This is what I said. Father of nation, father of computer, Charles Babbage, right? Father of AI. Anybody? This person, McCarthy. Okay. So, this is mother of universe. So, can you become that level of leadership, right? Why he is called as the father of India? Anybody know? Or why mother of universe? Anybody know? Father of India, we gave the title, right? Mother of universe, we didn't give. Because, so mother means full of compassion, right? At a very higher level. And father is something, at least from the Mahatma Gandhi perspective, it's about the dedication and he used to fast. Whatever happens, he used to fast, right? He dedicated himself for some cause, noble cause. That level of dedication has given that particular title. So it's not about managing, getting things done. It's about the level of involvement and dedication. So this is one, I don't know, how many of you know this movie? Anybody? Yes, seen. Okay, good. Okay. See, actually this is called Children of Heaven. I came through one of my friend when I was studying in NUS, because whenever I talk to people, right, I will try to see what is the best thing I can learn from them. So one person told me, every day I will see this movie at least once, the climax scene, so to get motivated for the day. So what is the story is, brother and sister, there is from a poor family in Iran. The sister has somehow, because of brother, she has lost her shoes. And father is unable to buy, and the brother want to somehow for to show affection, she want to buy a shoe for her. There is a competition in the city. There are 3 prizes. First prize is something, trophy and blah blah. Second one is something. Third prize is shoe. Okay. So in the end, he used to run in the climax. So here, one fellow in the middle, he will pull this fellow down. He will plan such that he will go for third prize in the game, because he needs ultimately not first prize, shoe. He will see the sneakers also. It's very beautiful, and he want to buy for that, buy for his sister. So what happened is, when he fell down, he get up with full power. He will run. He will get first prize. Everybody will congratulate him. His star will come. His master will kiss him. Wow, you have done so good name to our school, like that. He will keep crying in the stage also, because he, in his eye, his sister will come. She is crying, right? He want to get her shoes. There is a moral behind this, so he got Oscar award. In the life, you don't need first prize, right? We need what we want. It doesn't matter I am here or you are here. We want, at the end of the day, we want what really we want, right? So it was so touching, and he keeps on crying, and he will be in the first prize, like in the dais, right? First, second, 3, he will be in the top. He will look at the shoes and he will cry. Third person. And third person will see like this. And that's wonderful leadership lesson that we have to learn. Another thing I learned from one of my colleagues in Singapore is like this orientation course, all the staffs got paid courses, training. In the training, they taught something. That important thing is, you should never see your neighbor as a competitor, which is not happening in India, everywhere. You should have someone in MIT or Harvard or somewhere as your competitor, at least by mind. And then work towards that. If you keep the next person as your competitor, you will pull his or her leg and you will come up finished. And India, I think while we studied, we didn't have this A, B, C comparative grading, right? Now it has come, the curve fitting, bell shape, A, B, C. This creates lot of problems. Am I better than you or not? This comes in the school level itself. I didn't feel this personally myself at India while I learned, but in Singapore I felt that. It is relative grading. You know who are all your colleagues? NUS is one of the topest university in Asia, and all abroad people will come. IITs will be there. All other toppers will come here. I am from BIT, Bharat Institute of Technology. I am also a good student, but you know how to compete with them. Relative grading. So how will you shine? The important thing is confidence you get, right? So let's see how you can react. Three things is aggressive, submissive and assertive. Right? So the point is, whatever these type of characters evolve when you see your neighbor as a competitor. When you see somebody as competitor, anyway you will have emotion, competitiveness to win and other. You have somebody at the very higher level and compete and you win or something. At least you will target to a certain level, right? Why you should compete with the neighbor person there is no use, right? So now let's see. I think because your faculty you know about the publications and grading, how they evaluate you and all those things. So if you have scopus 24 hours, if you have that in your mind, what will you do, right? If let's say rank 1, rank 2, rank 3 at an international level, they will take you, right? Because I know, let's get admission as a faculty in some universities or get recruited. The level of pain is for every promotion you should have this type of publication. Rank 1 and rank 2. So I have seen personally my professors at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the labs writing papers. Here we finish our job, we go take rest and we come in the next morning. Of course we work hard, but they do work very hard than us, which we don't know. That is the difference between top institutes and us. Right? So that we should have that level of dedication. It is also possible for us to reach from here. The only thing is the effort that you have to put. It doesn't mean that at this age you have to put this effort. This age, we don't need to put effort. If you collaborate, it is good, fine. Right? There is no, is it any problem having 6-7 people in the author list? No, right? They encourage you, you collaborate with the IIT, collaborate with us, collaborate with anybody, write some paper, get as much publication as possible, you win, I win. I am okay, you are okay. So that's what we are going to discuss next, which is okay with not okay theory. So now there are three things. Okay, there are three things in the character wise: aggressive, submissive, and assertive. So let's see. Aggressive is you get angry. Something happened to you, you get immediately angry and you respond. Submissive is, oh, this happened, my day is very bad day. Things happened because of my fate. Let's close this and let's move to the next level. Submissive. Third one is assertive. Logically think and then proceed. Now there are scenarios where we can't apply logical. For example, crocodile came right in Peringalathur in the TV we have seen. Can you talk to crocodile? I came here. I don't understand. You are a very good carnivorous animal. Can you please, please? I would like to return possession of leg. Can we please let's make some arrangement like that? Crocodile won't leave you, right? There are two things. One, you fight. Second, run away. Third is logically discuss. So here, the point is from all the leadership skills. This also I didn't take from mine. This is also from Chris Croft. Chris Croft doesn't know crocodile came in Peringalathur, right? He is in London. So what I am saying is, every incident we are seeing here in this slide is touching you, touching me. But this is not written by me. This is a theory, right? So we could come across such crocodile situations in our life every day, right? So how we have to deal? So as I mentioned, there is a matrix. Okay, not okay. I am okay, you are okay. I am okay, you are not okay. I am not okay, you are okay. I am not okay, you are also not okay. Then who is okay? Somebody is using us. Got right? Let's find that. If I am also not okay, you are also not okay, then what is the point we are committed? Somebody is benefiting from us. So once you understand the tactics of these things, you can easily traverse all those things. So let's say most people are not okay about themselves. You have to identify the areas in personality, life, job and habits. If not okay means problems. If you are not okay with yourself, it is going to be problem with others also. Assertive foundation is being okay with yourself. Assertive able to stand for your own and people's rights in a calm and positive way. Let's please don't be aggressive. Let's please stay calm. You know, in the problem, somebody will come and say, as a leader or somebody, Let's be calm. Let's slowly talk about this in a calmly manner. Let's finalize this like that. So now you go, some dogs came and bite you. Who can you blame? Can you blame the dog? Can you blame the dog's owner? Oh, a dog's owner. Okay. You may be the dog's owner, maybe somebody could have trained the dog. That is, there are a lot of things involved in it, you know, because you are, see, the student is of your class. He is doing something wrong. It may not be your fault. Right? You have taken artificial intelligence course. He has got 10 marks. It is not your problem, right? Maybe he doesn't have foundation. He doesn't know how to write. This from the past experience. So now how can we decide? We have to examine if the dog is biting for the first time or for the many times. If it is keep on biting for the past many times, it is its behavior. Then you have to think about it. So there are sequence of steps you have to take as a leader, like a decision making. You understand, right? Again, this is all not mine. I am saying wherever I have put acknowledgement here. Okay, okay, got it, right? These are all universal problems throughout the globe. So what they are saying is, in the start, please give everybody chance, benefit of doubt. I am seeing you for the first time. Give benefit of, you are trying to harm me. Give benefit of doubt for the first time. Please say by the appearance or by his behavior, don't say he is not okay or she is not okay. First give a chance. If keep on doing it, then decide. Take action. So what are the actions you can take? We will discuss in the solutions. I am okay, you are not okay is aggressive. You are offending someone. You are okay, I am not. Submit. Oh. Okay, there is also cunningness there. We will discuss about that. Like pretending, right, in real life. Oh, I am. This is all the things which we think in your mind, it comes as theory. That is the beauty of this theory in the leadership skill. That's what I want to share with you. When I first start reading this lecture in the course, I was laughing for literally for 2.5 to 3 hours. While I am writing, because I have written myself, right? So, let's say I am not okay, you are not okay. Who is okay, then fine then. I am not okay, you are not okay. It is like you are like, you hate the world. There is no faith. You got so disturbed. You are mentally down. I am okay, you are okay. Asked to be calm and fair. I am also okay, you are also okay. Have you seen Chennai movie? You see, he gets lot of problems. He will keep on telling everything happens for good. Right? It is also like one leadership style. So, try to minimize not okay. So, in the matrix, okay, not okay. Please, there is a box. Like, you know, our astrology box. I'll tell the leadership hidden there. This box, please don't dwell in the not okay box for a long time. For some time you be there, but please don't stay there, be comfortable there. In real life, bitter truths of positions are in okay and not okay. Jump around or pretend to be one, then there in other. Just as I mentioned. They say I am not okay. Oh, you are very good, I am not good. But they pretend. That is also game. So always be assertive. How people behave, like since I have given an example of again astrology, there are a lot of houses, right? Huh? So if you know that when people, why we are going reading all those things, because this problem comes we are studying, right? Now we have seen the leader, topmost leader and the sub leaders. Now there are 9 leaders. Now this is a box, like okay, not okay box. Now there are positions. Now what will happen? Now I think you have invited me for a talk. I am coming inside this room, I am giving you a talk. Because I am coming like a friend, right? So I am a friend, you are a friend, I am giving a talk to you in a friendly manner. I am a friend, you are my enemy. I am coming to your enemy house and I am giving you a talk. How will I feel? How will you feel? This is what happening in the real world. You understand, right? Let me say different chakras, different transitions of life, different types of. You keep thinking, you will become like, wow. That's what I told. When you finish this course and when you go, you will think lot of things. What is happening in our real life? Everybody is good in their friend's house. You are going to your guest house. If the guest is your friend, you will be comfortable, laughing, very happy. If you are in enemy's house, so the 9 planets are such that inherently there are friends and enemies. So that's why many gurus say you have to, I don't know, there are some courses like Vedanta Maharishi, some courses are there, right? So what they teach is be friendly with everyone. You got it right? Because what I am trying to say is, I am not okay, you are not okay, we can try to be okay. Because if I know you are going to beat me, if I am trying to be friend with you, you won't beat me, in case you will beat me slightly. Right? This is the game. Let's see in a professional manner. This doesn't come from Chris Croft. I am telling myself. Okay, so now let's see aggressive. What happens? What are the benefits and disadvantages of being aggressive, submissive, aggressive, passive aggressive? There are different things. I will tell you with one example. Okay, now we have to talk. You are going by a car. Okay, let's say you are going by, like in that example, like a Skoda car. You are going to a mall. You have stopped in there and you are getting down. Suddenly another car comes. That's a Rolls Royce car. She opened the door, it hit your car, and without noticing it, she went. How will you react? Because of hitting, you have some dent or some scratch in your car. She didn't notice it. She went into the mall. Can all of you tell what will be the reaction? Huh? Okay. Okay, then? Now, I think all of us tell 2-3 lines, because first reaction is okay, shout. Next, some 2-3 steps. Okay, then? No, it's just to open the door, just to scratch. Yes, next. It's okay, sir, uncomfortable. It's okay. Huh?
Try to know that whose car it is.
Okay, then.
If you ignore her, this was done by your motivation. Unintentionally you did this.
Then next step.
It made damage done.
Oh, that's good. Okay, next. Actually, I want all of us to talk at least to this level, because yes. Okay, fight. Then fight and come back, or fight and like he told, please. Then fight and fight. Fine. You want competition or not? I will ask. I deserve a real problem. Let's come. Let's come, because I want to get leadership from you. Yes. Okay. Then. Yes, sir. Okay, pay money for that. Now, by what? Shouting or politely? Politely. And the end you will aggressive. Okay.
Definitely, the aggressiveness will come.
Will come.
Initially, we can't able to start with
aggressive. So first slow.
First we approach, then not.
See the difference, right? First shout, aggressive. Here, first polite, then aggressive. Here, first aggressive, then polite. Here, first polite, then aggressive. If she don't agree, let's be aggressive. Then next.
We go for common.
Okay, then what are the other options? What to do? Okay, good. Sir, please, I want all of us. Good. Then? Okay, then? Sir, I want who didn't talk, I want to talk at least 2-3 lines because we'll have some more few cases and then we'll finish. I want to understand everybody's character.
So you know that some people are the mindset that the lady is driving, we have to speak. So I was correct, I know. It was a junction. So here I was taking them, like they will actually thing that he showed up in car and it went just like hey, but I cannot wait on a light.
Actually, this is another practical problem. For me also, see why I'm asking another level, next step, third step, fourth step, right? Because when you really interact, we tell all theory like this. I'm also talking lots of leadership skills and other things. In real life, I only know what problem I am facing, right? Everybody knows. Rajinikanth is superstar. You know how much problem he is having in his life. So everybody talks, but real world there are certain things. I want to bring that level here.
You won't react, just simply something will happen.
Okay, let's discuss. See, as you mentioned, this is my face, this is my bad day. Submissive. First one is aggressive. When you first start shouting, aggressive, and then beginning polite. First you start polite, then aggressive, there is a difference. Let's see how much benefit you get from shouting. How much benefit you get from politely asking. There are certain people who doesn't care, who doesn't have brain, like as Madam is mentioning in real world. They don't have common sense at all. There is no point like a crocodile, actual crocodile there, coming in Rolls Royce. So there are various things. Let's analyze what are the different aggressive gives. Okay, being aggressive like shouting gives an illusion you are powerful, get you want, but then you are never going to do more than that. For example, if you shout at them and you ask for 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees, he will think about and then he will give you bare minimum. The worst case scenario. Personally, I had one incident. I just came from the service. The car is very good shape. He is going towards from Pondicherry to Kadalur. One fellow came and hit, and the driver only. So small fellow. Once he hit my car, slight problem is that. The problem is he's just coming from the service, and he is telling, crying like I am earning 500 rupees by driving this car. I don't have any money like that. And then we talked. Like my friend came. He's a manager of the service company, Ford. So we are discussing and then finally he agreed and he gave some rupees. He collected 1,000 rupees. I went home. When I went home, I see the logo of my car is now missing. I don't know how he took. Just by the mechanic, they all know all those things, fellows. I'll tell you what is this character. So now, aggressive, unless he realizes the mistake and give you certain things, aggressive is also will lead to revenge. Suppose you hit him badly, hit the character badly. Suppose they are seeing in teenager sometime or some other place. One school gets affected. It may not be his mistake or other mistake, but these crooked fellows has always have certain thing in mind. They have to revenge you. Aggressive to an extent it works. It is powerful. But in the end it will be like, I'm telling in the life run, it will be win. At the end it will be lose. Because you can't be in the aggressive mode right all the time. Very strict. Will go home as a child. Because they try to revenge you when you are in child mode. Right? Think about that. Submissive is avoiding trouble. This is my fault, something happened, and what happened when you are submissive? You are submissive and you win, of course. You see, lose first. You lose, but you win in the end, because you are submissive, right? So, but what happened is the disadvantage is, overrain people will take advantage. Some might, like a doormat, like I'm telling, this is again I didn't write. Okay, again this is the global problem. That's what I'm saying. Everywhere. So they might think, oh, this fellow is like that, let's take advantage. Assertive, calmly say, I can understand a position, let's discuss and let's win-win. Okay, in all the places, suppose you want to become a principal or dean or you want to become a head, you just tell things, wherever scenario you go. There is no point in being aggressive. Let's calmly talk about this. That's all. You understand leadership. That's all. Finish. Let's talk about politely. There is no point in getting the solution. You have to just facilitate. Can you please? Two people will be fighting heavily, like a death situation. He will come and tell simply, let's talk calmly, please. Then you are a leader. You are a manager. Right? Now comes to the real problem. Drama triangle. So this is a very sensitive topic. Very, very sensitive topic. 3 roles happening every second in our life. Persecutor, rescuer and victim. Okay. Now, let's see in the car situation, who is the persecutor? The person who hit the car, Rolls Royce. Who is the rescuer? Nobody, of course. He has self only. Victim is the person who has the Skoda car because his car got affected. Now, drama starts. She goes, shouts loudly. Again, now what happens? That person becomes victim because they are shouting now. You go and oh, you actually I'll tell the word. Like in our place we scold, right? There you stupid cow, what problems are doing like that she is telling. So that is persecutor, and the person has become victim. And now rescuer. Now you see this person. Now when they get, so let's see, examine a little bit more. So this is the case study, Rolls Royce, Skoda, Dent. There is something called, you can actually convince yourself, I am submissive. Oh, my day is very bad day. I should have come properly. I should have parked the car carefully. I should have seen in the window, left side window, like that. There is some more character which is called very wonderful character which gives you instant gratification. What is that? Can you please tell? You go, that car, it will give you the best comfort immediately. Right? Whether he gives money or not, it doesn't matter. Correct, right? It will give immediately very good feeling, 100%. That is called passive aggressive. Passively aggressive, silently finishing the matter and go. You have given me problem, I have given you problem, you go and cry, let me cry. This is what situation in the matrix? I am not okay. You are not okay, you will be not okay. You made me not okay, I will make you not okay. Right? This is again professional theory. Again, this you apply to real life. Let's see with some more example. My talk is about from 8:30 to 11. I think I started a little bit late, but she asked me to finish by 10:15 to 10:30. Let's see how far we can go because I'm so engaged that I can't miss certain things because I have a lot of things to talk to you. So far you are interested, right? In the morning. So felt like victim because you hurt me, but I persecuted you. I shot you, I make your car damage. So what happened? A victim became a persecutor. Let's see in a family scenario what happens. In our family, let's see. So I have asked you these questions, right? Are you aggressive, submissive or passive aggressive? Now let's understand the game. People play with people, right? Games. Regular pattern became habit for interacting with people. Hope you are not doing right. Oh, see now in the game. Oh, I came here. I was only trying to help you. Like you have seen in the lot of comedies in movies, right? Vadivel used to come and somebody is playing cards, he will come and tell, put this card like that, and finally he will tell, oh, I tried to help you only. So this is what, I was only trying to help you. Somebody will come into your life voluntarily, will tell I will help you. They will make you all the steps. Finally they will tell, I don't know, and you will run up and you will be in the problem. Right? So these are all theories again. Let's see. Games are usually played subconsciously. Whatever the things we do in our life happens at subconscious level. Because when you are alert, now after this lecture if somebody is trying to cheat you, you won't allow. Because you are in a form. But happens, the problem comes when you are weak. When you are in the subconscious level. So without realizing what they are doing and without knowing the effect, they have on them and people around them, everyone play games a bit. If you are not playing a game, then you are a saint or you are a... That's why, people used to stay alone, they won't talk. They refrain themselves. Like activation happens only if you allow someone to activate. If you keep you have to abstain your senses. The longevity of life is more if you abstain your senses. Like, because you see, you choose you want to play the game or not. Anyway, people will play game. You want to play game or not? Quickly. Yes? 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 Sometimes. Wow. Yes? 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 Yes, depending on situation. Okay. See, the point is, if you decide, because you have come to this level, you have a lot of experience in life, you have come to an extent that, okay, I don't need you are in the workplace, in your life, when you are engaged, committed with other people, you have to learn the concept. So let's come to that same game from the car scenario to the family scenario. You will understand that how this drama triangle happens. Okay. Now, this is very interesting. I think this will be the good use case. This is the drama triangle. This is a persecutor, rescuer, and victim. A father is there. His daughter comes to the home bit late, say like 10 o'clock, because of traffic or some other reason. Okay. Father shouts at the daughter, why you came late? It is not safe for you. Actually, what he was doing is persecuting. Who is the victim? Daughter. Is he actually persecuting? No. He is trying to rescue. Because in the future, there may be some problems. So please don't come late. But in the triangle, what is the role assigned to him? Persecutor. But actually what he is doing? Will the victim understand that? No, at the time. You understand the game, right? Now mother comes. Why are you shouting at the daughter? She has come so tired. Huh? She has come so tired. Why are you shouting? Now what happened? Mother is a rescuer. She is rescuing whom? Victim. But persecuting whom? Father. She is in rescuer role. She came. She is another picture. She came as a rescuer. She saved as a daughter. Now this role came to her, mother. Okay. Now, mother talks to victim, the daughter. Father is telling good for only, why you are doing like that? Now what happened? Oh, this way is it? Okay. So mother is telling, father is telling for you only, why you are talking like that? So mother is persecuting daughter, rescuing father. So the triangle keeps every second, but one dialogue only, one word only. Now let's see. See. Okay, again, this is not I am saying. Crisscross. This use case from UK, London. Okay, I'm just explaining you. You understand the beauty of the game. Now you see, father comes, asks the daughter, why are you shouting at the mother? Now what happens? He is persecuting a child, daughter, victim. He is rescuing mother. Now father again, persecutor, what he is telling? Mother, I will handle, it's between me and my daughter, why you are entering here? She persecutes her, saves her. The person whom he is making as a victim, she saves her. Okay, now imagine a situation which happens in other life. Mother tells, I don't know why I came in this life. You both are arrogant fellows. Now who became victim? Mother became victim. Both became persecutors. You understand the game, right? This happens, sir, madam, every second in our life, in workplace, in the where you sit, in the everywhere you went, in the car, in the road, in the life, whether you accept or not, in one of these mode you will be there. In the triangle, this triangle is called drama triangle, and we are in this world playing this triangle without knowing this. Now you know this. I think I want to tell to this whole globe of people, because it's not my theory, but people will be alert, you know. Once you know this is, everybody knows life is a triangle drama. If you see, again there is a movie, cartoon movie, Hanuman, Mahabharata, I think. In the scene where Hanuman enters, like you know, every hero comes into the picture. Hanuman jumps, Rama and Lakshmana came, and Hanuman first dialogue. Life is like a drama. I'm telling the dialogue of Rama. It's a cartoon movie only. Everybody are here to play the character. Everybody try to play the role as best as possible. That's all. This is what happening here. Right? So now, you understand clearly, right? Is the role is fixed? Persecutor role? Without your knowing. That's why in our home itself, you will be doing good to someone, they will think you are persecuting you. Because you are doing good. The way you are expressing. To act very carefully is very, very, very intelligent. It's very difficult. And to be a leader of these three people is how much difficult. How will you become a leader of the world? If you understand this game, you can try to reach potentialize. Let's see, persecutor is the domination. Now let's go to an advanced level, to a higher level, not like a family level. In a professional level, you will see, rescuer we always think as very good, right? After reading this theory, even if someone comes to rescue you, you will be very careful. You won't say thanks. Because you know every second it keeps on changing. Right? Now let's see this as a theory. Domination is a style of reaction, the character that you come across in your life. People be dominant. You know why? Why he became persecutor? Because once upon a time, he or she was victim. Tortured by somebody. And they need someone to revenge. They can't revenge them. They identify who is that person and they will play. Victim became persecutor. So persecutor is domination. You have to understand the theory. Must always be right. They use technique like blaming. You know, blaming is a technique. Okay. Preaching isn't a technique. This is a theory. Theory here, oh, somebody preaches you, advises you, wow, this is this technique of this theory. And he is trusting me. Even if it's a good, oh wow, he is using preaching technique. You are using advising me as a technique. Right? You will be careful, right? That's the beauty of theory. Blaming, preaching, interrogating, criticizing. Like, oh, I have this toy. Oh, we have even a wonderful toy in my house. In the child, so that stage itself that character comes. Dominating character. That comes from her mother or father. Right. So there itself starts persecuting. Who is the victim? Another girl. She has a toy. Another friend is coming and she is telling, I am having a beautiful toy than you. So she is persecuting and she is the victim. Right? So every position in your life you can map to this triangle. Their position of persecuting originally comes from being victim earlier. They need to find a victim. Rescuer is feeling worthwhile while take care of others. Because they believe that if I take care of you, you will take care of me at some point of time. Right? But actually it doesn't happen. That's what theory says. You do good, but they may not be good. Because I had a lot of my friends in UK when I was there. But during my marriage, I thought nobody will come. Because it happened in Kadalur. So, but you know, because of theory, I don't know, a lot of people came, like school teachers and everybody. So what I am saying is, actually it helps. If you help others, it will come back. That is true. But theory says it is not always true. So it doesn't stop you to doing good. Because you are in Chennai and your hometown is some other place. If you keep doing good here, somehow it will reflect at some point of life. So having the victim to take care is essential. See how theory says, rescuer needs victim for survival. Actually rescuer and have you seen this type of theories? Victim. Victim's advantage is life easy. No responsibility. Be happy. I am like that. I am victim. I want to be safe. I don't know anything. Children, actually victims are children of persecutor and rescuer. This is the theory again. They need someone to, like movies again. Like Rajinikanth, he will give some dialogue, right? Punch dialogue and he will become rich in one form, right? So, need someone to persecute you to become a hero. So, that's what in the triangle, victim will become suddenly hero. Persecutor will become low. Sometimes father is also persecutor, but he will also rescue. So you don't understand the game. It's very difficult. So people play games from habit because it is not from this class or lecture or friends. It comes from heredity. It comes from lot of birth, lot of things that you have in your life. As I said about, she made your car bent. You immediately damage their car, so it feels immediately good, right? That's the payoff. Behavior gets rewarded instant gratification at someone else's expense, not your expense. You have to, at someone else's expense, you can become very happy. This is the nature how they have built. Okay. Now let's go a few more steps. I am only trying to help. So it's like, as I said in the joke, right? He used to come, he will tell I am trying to help, but in the end he will put you in the problem and he will run away. Right? So criticism, so they come as a criticism as an advice. So now you are in an organization and they given you some role. And the end they say, oh, I shouldn't given you this role. So that means then the manager is persecuting you and you are becoming a victim. But then the manager says the next word, oh, but you are good. See? Now see, he criticized you. You are useless. I don't know why I have put you in this role. All things are damaged because of you. So he persecuted you and you became a victim. The next sentence he tells, oh, but you are very good, you know, I have seen you, you are a very hard worker and I just want to give you advice. Now you become what? Rescuer. Then he give another idea. Please work hard, you work in the night also, night shift, like that. Now again what? Persecutor. But this happens in research lab is different. If you say IIT and foreign universities, if you say please work in the night, they even if you don't tell, they will work in the night. Morning all they will go around outing and other things. The night they will work very hard. Right? That depends on the people's perspective also to take it up. If somebody tells you, you will get offended, and you will say, "Yes." Now, I am taking risk, little bit of victim, persecutor, and rescuer. So everything combines. You are not good, but this is I want you to do. Now you become confused. Which role you are there? Now, you have to got to think better than that. Have you done what you should have done? We talked about last time. Have you done that? Have you, in order to rescue, they need to persecute bit. Oh, you are hopeless. Often become victim. He wants to make okay just by advising others. They always feel good. Okay, now an university example. A professor is there, some management trainee is there. So what he is telling, you go to the university, let's conduct some program. By conducting this program, we'll get some money and it will be very useful like that. I think coordinator left. So, I'm just giving example. Again, this is from the course. So he goes and talk to the management. Okay. Convince. Let's put a sign in the outside of the university. People will come and attend the course. And then university says, no, let me think about it. We'll get back to you. You know, this idea is brilliant, but let's think about it like that. Usual response. You can map to the triangle. Persecutor, rescuer, victim. So what is the first role? Then the professor go and ask the university. Rescuer. Right? And when they tell, let me get back to you, victim. And he goes to his house. He talks to his wife. Oh, this happened in the university. What is this? They are all useless fellows. Now what? Useless fellows? University is the persecutor. Okay. Now what happened? Initially he became a start as a rescuer. He became a victim. And he became a persecutor. Is it better to play this game or let's be silent? Huh? Silence. Because you know the drama. Sometimes it works also. But you have to play the game if you want to move ahead. But you got right. So now somebody likes being victim because they know the happiness of being victim. Benefits. Easy life. I have always the government to scold. Oh, because of you. You want me to do this job? I said I don't know anything. You are giving me this job. I told many times I don't know why you are giving this job to me. Right? It's victim. There are people who can make manager very uncomfortable situation and let him run out of the company or new city. Because how we react, right? How we react is important thing. So it starts with I am victim. Okay, somebody wants in their life which chair they want to sit. Like different chairs. People, whatever the role, finally they want to sit in victim chair. Purposefully. In the family you can see. You tell whatever you possible, as much as possible. You persecute everybody as much as possible to most extent. And finally said, you have become victim. But whom you made victim in the whole drama? Somebody. You persecute as much as possible, damaged to maximum extent. Finally you said, oh, I am victim. You understand why it is called drama triangle? Then another game. You get damaged, you feel too much. You know, you damaged me like that, you have done like that, you are victim. You are saying, oh, you have done that. Finally, you persecute one at a shot, you kill him. Now, what charge? Persecutor charge at the end. So, this drama happens live everywhere. You got it right? Persecutor, victim, rescuer. So, this is actually we know these are all not new concepts, but what I am surprised is these all in Chriscroft leadership lessons. If you go to the website Chriscroft UK, London, just to search in Google, leadership, he is giving all these scenarios. It's a paid course. So I have taken from TCS, I am just showing you the slides, but I think when they distribute you, they will cut short some of the things because of copyright. But I just wanted to discuss with you because they told that they want to have these use cases type of interactions and other things. Let's go to the another thing, focusing towards blemish. Suppose you have a small dot in your shirt. That small mistake they keep on telling you. You have done that in that life, in my life. You have done that, you have done that, you have done that, you have done that. Keep on blaming you, criticizing you and making you victim. Right? This is another type of... So you have to understand the way of attacking before you get a solution. And then let you and them fight. Again another example, there are three persons. Gita, let me... What he calls Dabela, Mirzangam, what is the English? Mirzangam? Dabel. Dabla. Okay. See, there are three characters. One is guitarist, the Dabela person. The third one is somebody who sings the song. The drama happens, stage happens, like the talk starts today 8:30. I think I'll be late. 11 o'clock only I will finish. Let's see, because I have to talk. So what happened is, guitarist and the person who sings the song, he is in the stage. The Tabela person always comes late because he says that he has to pick those things and put it in the car and come back, travel along the way. He is giving lot of excuses. Now the guitar person tells the person who is singing, why this fellow is at the back side. He is always late, because of him only we are getting all this delayed like that. Why he is telling this fellow? Because he wants to address the problem, not by himself. He wants to provoke this fellow and ask him. That fellow comes. He asks, why are you late? Because of we are only suffering. So now who is persecuting? That person who sings is persecuting. But actually who is the actual persecutor? This fellow, guitar person. Who is the victim? The tabela person. And tabela person comes and tells, you know the problem. I have to carry the heavy weight and I have to travel all the way. That's why it's getting delayed. Please don't. Now, who became victim? The person who asked, right? He felt very bad because he is giving proper excuse, right? Now, who becomes victim? Who is the happiest person? This fellow who was actually initially persecuting it, right? Right? So, this is a scenario that let you and them fight. Then sometimes people come and tell, do you need help with that? Oh, it was. Then in the process, they will come voluntarily and tell you, shall I help you? Then finally they will tell, oh, it's very hard, I have a lot of other work, I don't know why I committed, and they will run away. Right? So this is other thing. But they will tell other people also, because I am helping him, I am busy, please don't give me other work. Like avoiding it is also one of the reasons. So then another thing is, this is important, as I told, victim mode. I am hopeless, I don't know anything, I am childish, I am stupid, like that. Now, if I am saying, I am useless, I don't know anything, I am stupid, and you are hearing me, and you are my boss, if I agree that I am stupid, who is persecuting? I mean, see, he is voluntarily telling he is a victim. So, he is victim. So then, to convince that fellow, who says that I am victim, the manager says, oh, you are good. I know from you for a very long time. So you are very good. So now what happens is he is accepting that he is a good person. Now what happens? He takes advantage of that. He'll be even more lazy. It's like you are acknowledging him. These are the leadership skills that you have to understand. You have to understand the game. You understand, right? Every small part of it. So they at the end they just want easy life. The only way you have to make them to move to the certain level is talk in terms of logical facts rather than being emotional or other things. Yes, what happened?
Very cold.
Okay, anyway, I told because the talk is so fascinating, it will finish at 11. I'm sorry for that. Because you are enjoying, right?
I have a question.
Yes.
After this, what you told about the character, how do you link it with the leadership?
Yes.
Which one is the best?
Yeah, let's go to the solutions. So now actually we are seeing the solutions, right? So we have seen so far we have seen the problem. Now we are going to see the solutions, some 6 solutions. 6 solutions you can map yourself because we discussed about the car case also, like how you react, being aggressive and you being submissive, and sometimes you become passively aggressive, go and dent the car with instant gratification by punishing, taking revenge. So once you realize someone is playing with you, one option is withdraw, like being silent. There is no way that you are engaged. Actually, you are committed and you don't want to. There is no way you can go out of the game, but you have to play. But you can refuse to play game. But this is not connected with leadership, right? Just to avoid the problem. Because life is full of options, You can decide what you can do. You have that freedom. So you can remain a victim, you can remain as a persecutor, you can remain as a rescuer. So live it comfortably, accept they are game player. Everybody knows he is, like as I said, the dog. If the dog bites you for the first time, it may be the problem of the dog or maybe the problem of the dog owner or the trainer. If the dog is biting everybody on the same road, it is a pattern, right? Now if everybody knows that he or she is playing it for a long time, then we have to take some steps, right? The third one is you remain adult. You ask for solutions. So all the scenarios I've been discussing from the morning, lot of use cases, right? One use case is about child adult theory, and the car example, and family example, and guitar example, and somebody like a toy, child playing with, so that example. In all these life scenarios, you can map each of the solutions because I don't have much time to. I think you enjoyed all those things, but you think yourself about how you can map it because it will take some more time if I keep explaining that. So this is, you remain adult in certain cases, you ask for the logical solutions yourself with logical reasoning and then get solid answer. The next one is adult, as I said. So if someone says a blemish sort of thing, you ask for evidence. Can you please tell what evidence you have? Why are you blaming me like that? Right? Or how can I fix that basically? So the next one is being assertive. You can say that I really don't like when you do like that. Passively you can say, so I don't like you criticizing me. I don't like when you come and tell me something. This is that I have done something wrong. I don't like it when you tell me that I know nothing. Somebody keeps blaming you, right? So I think it's rude. I understand. I feel I want that. Okay, such a certain word. So I said, right, with one word in the family, how it changed. Father, mother and child. So she started with, she came late. I'm just giving an example with here. She came late. Her father condemned, persecuted her. So mother told daughter, father is telling good for you only. So she is a rescuer. She persecuted her. Father, she was rescuing father. Now she is telling the father, why are you scolding daughter? She just came, she has to take rest. So So now she is persecuting father. Now father, it's between me and my daughter, why are you coming inside? So she persecuted her, right? And then mother is telling father and daughter, I came to this life, I don't know, you both are arrogant. Now she is a victim. So I'm just telling for Madam Gayathri, Madam, for you just recap. So you have to fit into this scenario solutions. So I don't like, so you have to see the solution in a different possible manner, because keep on changing at every triangle, every second, like a signal processing. Every second this character changes. You are victim now, suddenly you become persecutor, suddenly you become a rescuer. You don't know with rescuer intention, father is blaming. So it is pretending is also there. So if somebody is harming you, if two people are fighting in the road and you go and rescue him by beating him just to rescue him, because in the outside world it looks different, right? So you have to understand the tactics. So how it is related to leadership? You need this. You see when I put that slide, characteristics of leaders. Assertive. There is no characteristic of people like aggression. Of course, there are some autocratic leadership like Hitler and other things. But which path you want to take? So once you know the psychology, right, models of how people interact with 3 people, 4 people, you can apply this theory to the whole set of people. Let's see, the next level is exposing them. Once you understand that this fellow is doing, keep on playing for all the lifetime, you can expose them. Because when it goes to public, people will try to, they will learn on their own. The next solution is play game back. So most of you people like to play, right? So you all told voluntarily you want to play. So playing is different. Playing back is different. Like as I said, go back with revenge. Instant gratification. Okay. So coming to the end of these things. So we have seen at a 3 people level, at a miniature level, how this drama triangle works, how child adult theory works, how aggressive, assertive, right, submissive, all these things work. Then we also seen how persecutor, rescuer and victim works. Now let's go to another level, how people applied in this real world. So visionary leader is something that you have a vision and you focus on that, right? So the next one is you have forward thinking. So now you map with that level, small level to the bigger level. Forward thinking, creative, plan oriented, effective communication and optimistic. Right? I'll finish. So next, it's okay, right? Now, visionary leadership is something that you have, you know the vision is clear, and I think the diagram itself will tell you. Like you have a vision and you motivate them. It's not like a manager. You motivate them. You know the psychology, you understand the game. See, now we have seen the basics because you are strong in basics now. Now, even if you become a very topmost leader, if some problems come, you can solve. Because you know how to deal with it, because we have understood the basics, the theory behind the leadership. Participative leader is something like it's a democratic leadership where you have cooperative relationships and other things like roles and clear communication. Most of them are similar only, right? Except something like you force someone to do like that. Like for example, coaching leader is also encouraging mode of leadership only. So there is no one single character you can say that it's fully under this particular leadership. For example, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, right? As I said, the preaching Maharishi, lot of people, right? Hitler. So which particular leadership you can, Hitler of course you can categorize, but certain people charisma, right? Some people are very charmed. As you've seen the movie Gandhi, he says that in the first talk, I think Patel or someone, he says, I have seen your talk, it's very fantastic like that, but actually he hasn't seen or heard any of the talk, but he says like that in the movie, that scene is like that. But when he talks to the audience, people, is the first speech in India, so he talks to the group of people and he says that the first few sentences are like this: these people who are sitting here is not the representation of India. Then people sit and clearly listens. You understand, right? This small group of people is not the whole, because it may reach, when I talk to the whole set of people, the principle of ahimsa is so good that people start accepting it in an international level. So the audience is more important. Once your values are very good, because we have discussed all those values and we know the problem basics. When problem comes, we can go to the down level. Suppose you are a party leader and problem happens, you can go and investigate because you know all the psychology, everything, right? You can map to each of these things. So the facilitator, investigator, contractor, master. So autocratic leader is again with authority, right? It's difficult to express. For example, government officials, they have rules and regulations, strictly follow policies, right? You have seen customer service call like that. They would not have actually properly serviced you. They ask for feedback, right? Through calls. They ask, if you tell, please, they ask them to rate also. They will ask to send through forms also. So they have to play their roles, and their roles are well defined, right? So you see which path you want to take, like autocratic leader and other things. So bureaucratic leader is again the decision making hierarchy of authority, like this structure, hierarchical structure. See, we have seen with 3 persons, now we have so many people. Imagine the level of the game. Some we can see, some maybe through phone, some maybe through WhatsApp. So what will you do? How will you handle as a leader? So many signals going, right? Prosecutor, victim, receiver, prosecutor, victim, receiver. So what will happen is, like, if you know the signal processing, the sample which is at a peak, that matters. So now which mode you are in the mode. So we have seen okay, not okay theory, right? So which mode you are there? I am okay, you are okay. I am okay, you are not okay. I am not okay, you are not okay, right? So which is in the signal, which signal you are there. So the life is like in the Google Scholar, H index, citation index, all those things. Life is like how much you achieved positively rather than how much. It doesn't matter. Of course, you have a lot of downfalls and other things, but you have to suppress those and you have to take only the topest. You have to remain in that. So transactional, again, it's up to you to how to respond, right? Then transactional leader is again rewards and punishment. You know exactly, like if you are going to get rank 1 papers, you are going to get promotion. It doesn't matter how old you are, how senior. Again, we get offended because I am this much old. He or she is becoming associate prof. He is a professor. Because the role is well defined, the expectation is very clear. They need CVPR. I know in computation, if you have done CVPR, ICCV, ECCV, ACM type, whatever, right? IEEE journals and other things. So the roles are very clear. You get rewards. My junior, she has climbed a lot. I mean, doesn't matter, right? You understand, right? So it's about transactional process. Again, it's like this carrot, small carrot to 1 person. You understand, right? The rewards and punishment, how you. So when you collaborate, when you have good collaborators inside the organization or outside, the more benefits you get will more. Same like you benefit from the government, right? If you are 3, 4, 5, 6 votes, right, or something, right? The whole, all benefits I'm telling. In terms of, so rewards and punishment, and again as I said that this 3 triangle, the rewards and punishment triangle will also keep changing. So we can write our own theory. We can become like a crisscross. So democratic leader is again combination of autocratic and laissez-faire. So it's like this diagram tells you a lot, like movies, right? Adimai Pen and Vaipali, right? Rajinikanth movie. So at the end, they will become a very perfect hero at the end. Finally, after solving all the problems, he tell, I want to become a, I want to be like that. At the end, climax, I'm telling you. It's like democratic leader. You know all those examples. And finally, laissez-faire is something like Mahatma Gandhi. So again, as I said, Gandhi won't fit in that particular thing. He has a lot of other leadership also, like charisma, a lot of things he had. But again, the characteristics that is in each of the leadership is different and you can't fit any person in particular category. So ultimately like a Patimandramam or whatever, right? The final thing in this talk is the combination of some skills in each of these things. Of course, we have seen the basics, which is the paid course stuff, and we have, as I said, it's all proprietary materials I have given. Madam will cut short those things. People who have attended this course, I think you would have benefited a lot. But of course, you can get access to this material by paying to on-site also, because this is crisscross leadership skills in online. You go there and you can get those materials, but madam will give you minimal materials to you. Okay. Okay, this is the three things, right? Do this, X or Y, do X or Y as you see fit. You give liberty to them. Which is best, X or Y? Asking you and tell. So when I was studying in London, my professor used to talk to me. When I have some problem, he meets me once in a month. He asks, are you getting everything funding properly? I say yes. Then what is the problem, he will ask. This is the technical problem I am having. Okay, let's talk on Wednesday. I go and come back. Wednesday, I will ask, what is the, oh, okay, why don't you think? That's all. I finished my PhD. So the point is, as I mentioned, that focus one at a time, right? That's like a minister and king. So focusing one at a time, because you have talent and they have taken you. The problem is how you are exposing you as a persecutor or rescuer or a victim or a performer or underperformer. It's up to you every second. It's in your all in your control only, and also you have control to react also. So charismatic leader is again there is nothing, but people are so charming that people get interested, right? Like you can't stop them also, because madam is also telling 10:15 you have to stop, 10:30 you have to finish, but my mind got registered at 11 o'clock it is finishing, right? So madam told let's finish at 10:15, 10:30. Irrespective of that, the way how I am engaged with you for this 1.5 hours or 2 hours is so, we are so connected emotionally and, right, a lot of things about logically and other things, so it's very hard to stop and say immediately thank you and bye, which I am going to say in 1 or 2 slides. So charismatic leader is again, you are so charming and you engage with others, and it doesn't think about the benefit that you get from them, right? Suppose you work for certain thing, you work for a project, you get so immersed in the topic, you get so involvement, focus and other things, you forget actually what is the deadline, what is the benefit you are getting from that. That is more satisfaction oriented, right? You understand, right? So that's what most important, focusing on other things. Things always comes back. So that's the way you have to do it. If you don't like the topic of your research, suppose when I started my research, I was given, I took some thesis topic as like that genes, you know, bioinformatics, that H1 and something chicken flu virus like that. So biogenetics project. H1N1. Yes. That one I took because of some IIT fellow. So he told that I have got my supervisor, so I immediately took him as he's an Hong professor. But my interest is not that. I am not into bioinformatics. It took me 6 months to understand that this is not for me, and then I changed my guide. Then I learned multimedia computer vision, what I am doing now. Right? It's not too late to change the topic if you are not interested. But please work on the topic which is of interest to you and which makes you feel good, right? Because as you have seen in the introduction, my PhD topic is on aircraft installation. So personally, I have been to Airbus, UK, TALE, Germany. So they make different parts in different parts of the world. They won't make everything in a single point, right? So all those things, like I'm just giving you one more information also. Like when they make a car, they won't make it. They have a digital model, right? Mock-up model in the AutoCAD or something like that. But in the aircraft, they make a wooden aircraft, because if they don't do, it will be too much loss for them. I will tell why. Because of the segregation, the proximity constraints, if something is bursting, which horizontal trajectory or vertical trajectory it is taking, how can you make the component placed so optimistically? So that is the measurement, 3D measurement which I was working on the GUFP7 project. So the other thing is when the flight goes on the top, suppose a bird comes, bird collision test. So those things are very important. So that's the project about. So now I even worked on this set of cars and automobiles and other things. Now currently I'm working on fashion design, generative AI. So I told, right, like generative artificial intelligence can do lot of these things, leadership skills. It can do. But the human touch of all these characteristics which I mentioned, can any robotic algorithm can understand immediately these roles? Only our mind can understand this game, right? When it starts learning this game, we are finished, right? So that's the thing. Then again, the servant leadership, like as I said, submissive. So being submissive, somebody told, right, you are like a doormat over the stage of the life. You are so submissive, you are solving and all. But there are also proven concepts that servant leadership is also very good. Like Mother Teresa, right? So committed herself to putting her followers first, being honest with them and treating with empathy and other things. So you can say whatever the characteristic that we have seen from the psychotherapy models and other things, people always take something and they shine so much that they have become, somebody has seen, right, even a villain has become a hero, right, at some point of time. So it's like, whatever you do, you try to do with your own heart. There will be always some sort of mix and match, but which samples very high, most a lot. So this is thing that we have discussed and servant leader that we have seen. Okay, final slide. So learning to balance these styles can help leaders reach their full potential. That's the final thing. So thanks a lot. So actually there is a typo in my name. So there is another person with my name who is a sales developer in TCS. So he gets lot of, I don't know, with all these event organizers, sometimes mistakenly they put that IAYA something, some name there. And this messes us a lot. Sometimes a lot of mail go to him. So, but I am reachable. So you can always contact me. I'll give card and mail ID. So you can contact me. You can add me in LinkedIn, and you can. I'm always reachable. So I'm happy to collaborate. I hope you understand. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Aggressive. Okay. I think that example is wonderful example, car example, right? Sorry, madam, again. See, you are parking your car in a mall. The same example we'll take. They are parking a car in the mall. You are opening the door. Another person comes, she opens the door, mistakenly, there is a damage in your car. And without noticing it, she was walking. That car is a Rolls-Royce car and yours is Skoda car. So, oh, there was some madam sitting there. So she told, the first reaction is yelling, right? Aggressive. That is shout. Shout at the person. So you also told, right? Shout at the person. And then you said politely ask, right? So shouting at the person is aggressive. What is passive aggressive is most important. Passive aggressive is, she walked, you took your key, go to the door of the car, next car, scratch that car, be happy, then go and talk. Because she is not there. She is standing there. Excuse me. So now she is already in a satisfied mode. So it's like I am not okay because of you, and you are also not okay, and you will be not okay. That is passive aggressive. Aggressive is you go and shout. As I said, aggressive is will give you benefit to certain extent. For example, as I said, by you are asking for promotion, you want a salary hike. If they give you voluntarily, they will give as much as possible. If you go for a condition, I want an associate professor just to role change or professor role change, please with my own salary. Possibilities, right? Because you know that fellow is becoming in this particular rank, just for my satisfaction, please give me that role. And you will come and laugh. You know, I became a professor, but salary will be the same. You can always negotiate, right? Right? I have seen people are there. They just want name. What gratification you want, you get from that. So aggressive. So aggressive always gives you minimal result. If you by force, if you are aggressive for getting maximum result, it is at risk. Person who get affected will become aggressive at some point of time in the life phase. He will definitely take revenge at some point of time. So what is ideal path is assertive. Assertive is something where you talk with evidence. See, I have got those things. What you are asking is papers. This also I am having. This also I am collaborating with this much people. I have taken this type of orientation. I have conducted this type of workshops. I am much. I know even more than you, but smilingly. Like that you have to talk and then you have to convince them, right? Then you will get some chance. If you straight away if you react, see in the government also lot of places you have seen when you go to some person at a lower level who doesn't know about you might react like a normal person to you harshly. If you see some people don't care at all. If you give and keep on scolding them for too much time, they won't hear. They will focus on going up only. Like in the movie Children of Heaven, I was telling that story. Brother and sister. Sister is not having a shoe. So brother is trying to get the shoe. Competition, first prize is some trophy. Second prize is something. Third prize is shoe. Now the person is running. One fellow pushed him down. So he came with full force. He got first prize. He's crying in the stage. Because he needs shoe, right? Third prize. So now what happened is, yeah, will you please tell with this example? I am also totally lost. That's why I'm asking. Yes, so it doesn't matter you get first prize or second prize or third prize, right? So it's about what you want to get in your life, what you ultimately want. And then even if somebody says that, say even in your family, what you are useless, so again the same triangle. So you understand clearly after this talk, persecutor, rescuer, victim, free only, whatever happens is keep on going to change. So let them give as much input as possible, we'll take it for positive next level. Then, after hearing this course, after I watched this course, in my family also I used to, whenever somebody talks, right, I will just see, okay, okay, you are victim, now you are rescuer, oh, okay, you are making me victim. Their intention is to make us victim. They will be they became victim. Then I will try to make me victim, but finally you become victim. Oh, I am very sorry. Because I know the theory. Right? So I think after understanding this course, say, okay, quickly I just close this. Please introduce yourself, just your name with what are you doing, just quickly. Or maybe how you felt. Just 1 or 2 lines I will close. It's usually a survey. Who are here for a long time? I mean, who just came, it's okay. So how do you feel this course?
they can correlate real life examples with these.
Even with planets, actually, when I was discussing with madam about we are taking planets as example, and then I thought, okay, we are representing some organization, we shouldn't go that much level. So I ended up with some professional courses, theories. Okay, madam, next. But we know life is drama already. Now we have theory, so we can play drama very well. Okay. So please be in touch with me. Yeah? Please tell that what are the novel things you have addressed. Because hereafter you will be like a warrior. Yes.
But it's actually relatable to personal life and work balance.
Yes, yes. So madam will be taking about life balance.
Actually, it's relatable how we can handle that problems. We should keep fighting with when the external situation out of control, we can be able to manage.
Yeah, actually this is what I want. Like she is giving feedback, right? We are learning. This workshop is not meant for just for me to give talk and I go with two sense of satisfaction. Oh, I given a lecture. I already learned from something from the net, but I want to learn from each of you also, right? Because leadership within you, right?
Some problems we can able to manage, but some problems are out of control. Should be right.
Madam, I will finish exactly at 11. So it is 10:50. So it was there at 8:30 to 11. So my mind was. I'll finish at 10:50 at least.
That's what I learned from this.
Okay, madam. Wow, thanks. Yeah. So you were here for a long time? No. You came just now. Okay. Okay, madam? In the world, right? Open your eyes. Different name. Because it's very hard. See, whoever HODs and principals and management people sitting here, people are getting. But they also know they are also proficient in things. So, good. Wow. Which one, sir? Who is the leader? Yeah. So the point is, so madam can tell, what do you think about leader, madam? After all these different types of models and the character psychotherapeutic and everything, who will be the actual leader?
So is it about the types of various types of leaders of the policies? And today we had one research based on the situation, how they react, how they respond to.
So based on situation, anyway you will be in the 3 points only, right? It depends on home and it will be different, like parental thing. But unfortunately, in home also sometimes you will be it will be even more worse than professional, right? So you have to understand the tactics and you have to play carefully. That is the thing, and also it's based on your own skills and expertise, right? Sometimes charisma doesn't come. So suppose you are smiling and somebody will see you as charming, right? Somebody, even if you ask many questions, somebody will be silent. So they know their way of expressing. Silence is very important. Sometimes, you know, in interview, so suppose I am in the interview, right? Somebody asks, you are asking me a question, if I am not answering and being silent, you will find I don't know, or maybe purposefully I am silent. Some person is always silent. There are people who think he is mature. Right? Actually he doesn't know. Right? So blinking, that's the problem with us. As a professor you talk lot, we talk lot. If somebody is talking and we don't answer in the classroom, then it is a big problem. That's why from the day one we should interact with people, you get answer from them. You know, in lot of international universities, they give assignments. They say straight away after Corona also, they want online mode. Actually, I came to Chennai just today, just for this talk. I am in IITM Research Park, I am working from home only. I am going to IITM now. But what I am saying is, people prefer online mode. And people want to think themselves. You make them to think and let them think. Why you should worry? Why I should teach you everything and then you ask me questions and I have to solve the equations and answers. You solve yourself. I show you the way, right? Sir.
So today I learned the three things for this. Everybody make drama react. And another two things I learned today and there should be in future also. I am working on. Another thing.
TCS.
I am okay, you are okay.
Oh, I am okay, you are okay. Okay. Sir, actually my career, I say, I start from IIT Bangalore. I did my project there. I went for a BTech project there. I worked under Prof. N. Balki. He is APJ's close friend. N. Balakrishnan. He is from SERC, Supercomputer Education Research Institute. Abdul Kalam's brother's son was working with me, Sheikh Dawood. So I have seen how Balki, you should see some live example, right, for you to get motivated. So I have seen him coming to the office at night, 10 o'clock, works till 2 a.m. in the morning, and the coffee I took once, which he is taking. Actually, somebody gave me. It's so strong that I can't close at all. In the night, they work like anything, and he is SERC and he is the digital in some project. He was translating all the documents and other things. So you should have some ambition and other things, right? So I'm telling because you are from Bangalore. IAC.
I'm okay. I'm working various NGOs for a market research to create a social economic model for the stability.
Very good. So, service leadership.
I understand the concept Nama triangle. How could he upload those people's situation and analyze what the position they are leading in this situation?
Oh. You are in Chennai?
No.
Kanjipuram. Oh.
As far as this, you are very exhaustive model of different finishing factors and going to that stage. After opportunity, you are able to recommend or assess what kind of finishing I think a transformation leadership.
See, again, I just want to say you about transformational leadership. You know, Singapore, how it gets transformed. So instead of talking too much, action is more important. Once you understand the drama and everything, you should like the person is running towards the third prize. You should run. Action is more important. That's what missing here. They just want to convince the situation, tackle the situation, or compensate the situation. Damage happened. Instead of actually putting actions into the practice. That's why more and more learned person or maybe more and more who understand this model has to come into the leadership quality to make it For example, the flood situation, right? You have seen. They keep talking in the TV. After things, all these intelligent concepts will come there in the discussion. But while designing the policy itself, we should have this type of learned people. Like for example, they can take someone as expert, ask their opinion, and then that's why if you take Singapore, they devise the policy very carefully. They closely work with research institutes regarding that. So as I mentioned, leadership is on top of the basic things. So today we have seen how basic is to which level, and we are strong in basics now. So now we can. There is nobody stops you to go to full potential, right? Right, each of you.
And this was each and every year. We would have business or right?
So you want to comment?
Not only teachers, everybody.
Industry. You like this?
Myself, Gopinath, I'm running my own startup company, Update and I'm an CCS.
Oh, good.
I like your points, and I need to comment. PPT, I smart users and notice how specific font some people won't upload.
Unique and attractive.
Sorry, my. No. Oh, it took 4-5 hours for me to just prepare 3 slides. Because it's all paid. You know, even if you want it, because you know lectures. You don't. I already told. I didn't send slides till today morning. I have given to, because some sites are proprietary, belong to TCS. TCS means because they are a client of Chris-Craft leadership. So those things, only if you pay, they will give you the material. So those use cases I have explained you, right? So those things which are all this font, right? This which I have taken my own efforts to write myself, because in Wikipedia also you will find everything, all the leadership models, and they have a specific leadership models class also there. Topic is also there. But the way how I present should be unique to you, and it should be like the topic itself is advanced learning and presentation skills, right? So presentation, I doesn't mean that this font and other things. That's what I want to tell you. Have I mentioned anything about? I told it's concise presentation. It should be clarity. It should be effective. All those things. But what I said is presentation yourself rather than the slides. That's what we discussed, right? Correct? Excel, no talk about bullet points, no talk about pictorials, but it was in action. You have seen? So actually I had videos also, but it's okay. But do you enjoy this course?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
எப்படிலாம் இருக்கக்கூடாது அந்த பாயிண்ட்லாம் இருந்தும் சில பேர் லீவ்ல இருக்காங்க அப்படிங்கிறது அப்புறம் அதை எப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது சில பாயிண்ட் சொல்லிட்டு இவங்கெல்லாம் கொடுக்குறீங்களா அதுல ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங் குவாலிட்டி அவங்க இருந்தா அவங்க இருக்காங்க.
That's what I want to talk, because most of the people are talking from their heart. They are not hiding anything. They won't tell anything even after I go, right? They are exhibiting themselves, and this is talking everything from their heart. Even my friend and myself analyzed. Actually, I also thought people who are in very senior positions are so wow, and then when something happens, then you see, oh, okay, my theory is not good. So once you understand the game, you know how to, now you have to react, right?
More connected with students every time, 24/7 is connected with the students and management and everything.
Good. So like that, you please tell whatever you feel from heart. This is the place you have to tell. See, the problem is when you talk to good people and express your feelings, all your problems will vanish. because they will give their opinions and other things. We can address also in the next talks or other things. Yes, madam. I think madam was interactive from the beginning and she left in the middle, but she was answering all of the questions, all questions.
I'm very much attracted by the first that you want and the way you connect to each and every participant. So you make sure that everyone is having some takeaway. So usually you are asking the opinion of
Okay. Okay.
and your approach and widely outlook.
Yeah. Actually, it took a lot of time for me to be like this. I see, I'll tell you how I behave. Whenever I go for a talk, if I get a juice in front of, before the talk, you will get more energy, isn't it? If I don't get anything, like even a tea or I'm very tired, how will you talk? Same to you also while you are lecturing. And we had very good breakfast. Right? And even without anything, I will talk. Now I'm fully energetic, so I should give, right? Immediately I send her slides in the morning. She was asking slides for past 2 weeks. I didn't send. Today morning I immediately sent. First job I did is I sent. So this is like how people can connect, right? Because the another reason is I take some time because I want to give as much as possible to you. The most best thing, like till 12 o'clock in the deadline, I am trying to change my slides. And another thing is the font, there is one topic in computer vision called saliency and pop-up effect. They use in advertising. Like in the morning time you are coming, especially my talk will be in the lunch, post-lunch, like 1 o'clock. Now I think it's okay. Post-lunch they will be sleepy. Even morning I had little bit of pongal and vada. So I stopped in the middle. So what happened is you will be feeling sleepy. Morning also I have seen people little bit sleepy. I can say 2-3% here itself. But then as the talk game theory came, all become alert. So that is pop-up effect. Like your color and other things, instead of purely black and sometimes it's up to you. Without slide also somebody will talk, right? But when something is there, it will make you to see what is that, what is like that. And it takes a lot of time actually. No, fine. See, as I mentioned, right, you be persecutor, you make I make a victim by telling the computer vision challenge a lot of theories. So now every that's what I told you, right? And madam came to, she asked question, madam became a rescuer. And sir asked a question, he became persecutor, his leader, teacher a leader. So you can see every each of interaction as we are actually playing game, but as very positively. Yes, madam. Wow.
Regarding today's presentation, நிறைய points வந்து இந்த 4 days இது விட நிறைய particularly the
aggressive. That's like oh, much.
mindset எப்படி நம்மளோட mindset என்ன மாதிரி
Suganthi, Department of History from Sri Lanka. This is the first non-technical program I am attending. So,
okay, this is also one of the first non-technical talk I am giving. Mostly I will give only max only, full of geometry, equations, max, fully max only. I'll take, that also will be very interactive. I'll ask you to, by the time in paper and pen, you have to draw matrix and you have to draw the, what is the trapezoid shape and you have to put it where I am standing as 0, 0 origin. Where, like, you know, robots serving food, which coordinate system it is, how it is coming and serving you, right? It understands the coordinate system. So I explain everything in a technical manner. This is one of the first, few talks I am giving non-technical.
so from that only I know I can understand, can relate the theory and the real life.
Of yeah.
My name is Selvaraj. I'm from Karthikeyan. Actually, I explained everything in my work organization. My team. Most of the time I was with team.
Yes, sir.
Examples related to the
morning to everyone. I am Karthikeyan. I live in Women entrepreneur. My company name is Molecule Expo. Nanmalam is my brand name. I'm doing a lot of things. I am selling on millet products.
Which product, sir?
Millet products.
Millet product.
And your presentation was very, very good and lot of details and very, very informative. We take all this in our daily life and your drama, this one and your the triangle, drama triangle was very, very good. And I like the other one child, understand that education out here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, madam. So, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your insightful knowledge with us. Now, I request Ms. Anandi ma'am to honor today's resource person with memento.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Can you stand up?
Oh, I should go outside.
Please, ma'am.
I'm very happy.
Karthikeyan from PCS.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Murali Bhaskaran,
Dean
Assistant
Academy.
Academy.
Oh, very nice. Excellent.
No, one more photo.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Thanks. Thank you.